thing I'll say about our town, like, going back to your last question of like, what was that transition like? How difficult was it? It's a smaller town, like a lot, your business is out there to a lot of people. And really it's a pretty conservative area, generally speaking. So that was kind of what we thought would be our biggest challenge, was dealing with the local politicians, that, just kind of the local mentality of, we don't want a bunch of stoners or whatever, drug dealers in our neighborhood. But it's really kind of been the opposite reaction, and the community's really done really all we could ask for in terms of embracing us, trying to open up, make it as easy as possible for us to operate. So that part's been really refreshing, because if you would ask me at the beginning, I thought that would have been our biggest hot problem, going through the city planning board and the local code. We've got there's like sort of the known police officer in town had been on the force for like 30, 35 years. And he's like, right around the corner, owns the bar right down the street from our facility. So there's a lot of potential landmines at the beginning that really just none of them have materialized. So super grateful for that too.
Now, so what has been the biggest challenge then coming into the league?
Good question.
It was working, sacrificing, because right now we still ain't putting no money in our pocket. We putting everything back in the company.
Yeah, year one.
We was doing it with like 4 people. We went through a harvest and 2 harvests, 3 harvests with like 4 people trying to do every 3,000 plants. Then we're going to cities, we're stopping at stores, we selling our shit ourselves.
Packing the product, trimming the product.
So then we made some money. Now we starting to hire people on. We got probably like 10, 15 employees now, right? So we still building. Now we got our processing license. We got our distribution now. So now everything's transitioned over from the provisional license to the actual license and stuff. So it's still crazy. Just re-sacrificing, like, still a lot. Like, my girl will be holding down the fort for me right now. I ain't hold you. Right. But we there though. We ain't going in the right direction. So
Yeah, for sure.
It's a really good question. And if you ask me different days, I would probably give you different answers. And like Jad said, like the amount of sacrifices, that part you can probably prepare anybody for. Like no matter how much you say it's going to cost you or tax you and your family and sort of everybody in the circle, like you can't really comprehend it until you're in the trenches doing it. So like that's probably been the most difficult. But also like trying to keep up with the regulations, like that's always it's even in